Hey Patreon, thank you guys for being here. Love you guys, I'm honored by you guys. So this video is about teamwork, getting along, interpersonal relationships, stuff like that. We're all forming groups, hopefully, or we all have family units. We all have, mothers, we may have kids, may not have kids. You have friends, you have family, you have coworkers. Interpersonal communications and interpersonal relationships and how we all get along is very important. Teamwork is going to be big time in an event. If we got a big event going on, like a collapse, a WROL situation, without rule of law, which is a really bad version of SHTF, the stuff hitting the fan, then teamwork is going to be vital. We have to work as a team. This comes mainly into play when you're talking about MAGs, mutual assistance groups, but it's everyday life, all right? The interpersonal relationships, a MAG is one thing, people around you, quality versus quantity when it comes to people around you. You don't have to have a large group, because if you have low quality people around you, there could be a lot of issues coming along with that. Maybe people, I'm not saying there's no such thing as a low quality person. It's just maybe people that don't fit into your moral structure, your ideals of how to live life. I'm not saying they're less than you, not saying they're less than me. I'm just saying that they don't fit the mold. Let me put it that way. That's a better way to put it. Not lower quality people, but surround yourself with quality. Take the time, make the effort. It'll pay off dividends in the long run, because then you won't have to deal with a lot of other issues along the way. Conflict resolution is a big part of this. But if we can mitigate as much conflict as possible while forming our groups, our teams, our MAGs, our friendships, then the better off we'll be. I'd rather have a couple good friends than a whole bunch of mediocre, average friends that, I don't necessarily connect with on all levels. And I get it. People are different. You're not going to connect with every person on every single level. You're going to have disagreements. You're not going to agree on everything. We don't agree on everything on here. But if you can surround yourself with people that are as close to what you believe and how you believe, your morals, your values as possible, then the way better off you'll be. That's why I talk about building MAGs now. If you're building your group in an event, which groups will grow, it's much more difficult because there's going to be a lot more stressors on people. And there's going to be a lot more going on as far as like underhandedness, sneaky stuff, people trying to get in, people trying to steal stuff, things like that. So you need to build your rock now. You need to build a solid team now. Some of these things that come along with this are things that we know about in everyday life. Having patience with each other. Understanding where other people are coming from. Listening, being a good listener. These are all important things for teamwork. Understanding. Trying to understand where somebody's coming from. Interpersonal relationships are key, and how we build them on shared values and things like that. But conflict is inevitable. It's how we deal with it. Do we go off on some rant and scream and yell and stuff like that? No, that's not the way to deal with it. We got to be calm. We got to have patience, and we have to, like I said, put ourselves in the other person's shoes. See where they're coming from. It's all about give and take. Relationships, just like in your family unit. If you're married, with your spouse. My spouse and I are a team. We're different. We have different strengths and different weaknesses. But we work together as a team. And it works very well. Her strengths are my weaknesses. My weaknesses are her strengths. Get people like that that'll help complement each other. And work, you got to make the effort. Effort is key. And like I said, having patience, Learning to deal and compromise. Compromise is key. You're not going to always get exactly what you want. But if you get something, you can compromise on something that you both agree on and that, or the group agrees on, then you'd be way better off. The biggest thing is, or one of the big things is if you're with a group, SOPs, standard operating procedures. What do we do if? What do we do when? All these things that happen. War game them. Tabletop them right now. When you're with your friends, your family, your group, your mag, your team, your tribe, go over these things now. Go over all these, as many possibilities as you can. Go over as many different scenarios as you can, so you can get a feel for each other, and you can all get on one page of what's going on, when it's going on, how it's going to go on, how are we going to react, what are we going to do if, where are we going to put things, communal property versus private property, all these kind of things, kind of like rules and bylaws. The more you can get down and the more people are on the same page and understand this is how it's going to work, then there'll be less confusion later on. So this is all stuff we need to work on now. So I hope this video helps you guys. It was just some random notes I jotted down. I thought it would be a good topic to talk about. Interpersonal relationships are key. I mean, it's part of life. So even if it's just a life skill, practice these things. Compromise, understanding, patience, compassion, those kind of things. I love you guys. Please be prepping a little every day. And work on your fitness. Don't forget fitness. I know I've been eating a lot more during this holiday season than I normally do. But staying fit is important. I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.